And for our second Who Would Win of the day, this one comes to us from White King, who asked the question, who would win in a fight, Wonder Woman or Classic Rogue? Now, when you say Classic Rogue, I have to assume you're talking about the kind of Rogue we saw in the X-Men animated series, who doesn't just have her power to absorb, memories and life force and abilities, but also has the abilities of flight, super strength, invulnerability, that kind of thing. So that's the Rogue we'll go with. Now, I've had Wonder Woman definitely on this channel before, so Wonder Woman, varying on your origin, has always at least come from the Amazons. Some interpretations have her a demigod, some of her had her made from clay. Point being, though, she is the champion of the Amazon. She is arguably one of the strongest heroes on Earth, even rivaling Superman in terms of strength. She can she can go blow for blow with Superman. She is trained as a warrior. She is even Batman, I think, once said she's the most dangerous hand-to-hand fighter in the world, and that's coming from Batman, who is also one of the most dangerous hand-to-hand fighters in the world. But in terms of straight-on combat, there's very few individuals who can even take her on just as a straight fisticuff. She's trained in God knows how many styles, including, I don't know what the name of the Amazon style is, but the Amazons, I believe, have their own fighting style. She can use pretty much any weapon she gets a hold of. She can fly, at least in certain interpretations. I believe most she can fly still. She can fly. She has the invisible jet, which we're not going to bother with. She's theoretically a couple thousand years old, I believe. It's unclear actually how old she is, but she's at least a couple thousand. I think Thor is older, though. Just for comparison, because they did that versus. And she carries a couple weapons. She has her Lasso of Truth, which is, for all intent and purposes, indestructible. You're told the truth as she asks. She has a shield, which is pretty durable. Not magically imbued or anything, but pretty durable. Or I think it is. It's just resilient. Her tiara can be used kind of like as a boomerang. Her bracelets are made of the Aegis, what's left of the Aegis of Zeus. And they are, for all intent and purposes, indestructible. So far, nothing has ever been able to break those things. She can clang them together, make a sonic wave. She can take them off to release more of her power. Her sword is sharp enough, apparently, to cut through an atom, which means there's little that thing could not cut through. She's a brilliant tactician. She's pretty level-headed, too. She doesn't have, she's not hot-headed. She doesn't have much of a temper. So she's one of the best, she is the quintessential female superhero. Rogue is a mutant, obviously. A mutant in Marvel who has the ability to absorb life force and absorb it into her. Now, it's normally not permanent unless she holds on for an extreme amount of time. If she holds on long enough, she can kill someone. But she can absorb their life force, which includes memories, vitality, and their strength and abilities. She touches a mutant, she can gain their powers. Length of time can determine how much power she has. Her strength and vulnerability and all that flight came from Captain Marvel at one point in the comics, where she had held on for too long and put her into a coma and stole a certain portion of her power. Durability-wise, she's strong enough to take blows from some of the big hitters almost. She can take blows from the Hulk, Juggernaut. Granted, those characters are definitely in the upper limits of her strength. They pound on her enough, she will not get back up. But even some of the lower tier superpower characters, like Luke Cage, Colossus, they can go blow to blow, and she can just take those blows and keep going. Speed-wise, she can fly fast. She's not super enhanced in her reflexes or anything. At least nothing beyond what Captain Marvel was. At least, and we're talking early Captain Marvel. Strength-wise, she's perfect. She's definitely got super strength to her. But again, it's something more akin to, say, Colossus or Power Man, Luke Cage, something along those lines, and not something more akin to Hulk or Juggernaut or one of the really heavy hitters. She's a heavy hitter, just not she's tier 1 is the ultimate. And tier, I don't know, let's say 10 is the lowest. She probably comes in like a tier 6 or 7. She's not the end-all be-all, but with her power, she technically can be. She has she has basically rudimentary hand-to-hand combat. Like, I think she has probably enhanced hand-to-hand combat training as well, having been part of the X-Men for years. But as far as I know, she's not she's a brawler more than anything. It's kind of like how Superman, despite theoretically knowing some martial arts, is a bit, when you really watch him, he is a bit more of a brawler than anything else, and he's going up against individuals that are comparable to him. For instance, Wonder Woman, he loses all the time to Wonder Woman in like a straight hand-to-hand fight. Wonder Woman kicks his ass. She's also got faster than, got basically light speed reflexes on Wonder Woman's part. I forgot to add that in. So who wins this fight? Well, let's say that in one of the Marvel DC mashups, they confront each other. They're wondering what's going on. She's floating in midair, so Rogue's floating in midair, so Wonder Woman knows she's super powered. And Rogue can immediately tell the way she's dressed and the fact she's got weaponry and stuff, she's going to be a problem. It's like, they maybe try to talk it out, but I would say that despite the fact that she's not hot-headed, she is a battle-hardened Amazon, so she might, for the mascara, it's like, have at thee, or whatever. She would probably, I can't remember exactly what she said. So she'd come in with a strike from the sword, Rogue would get out of the way, and the fight would commence. Now, where the fight would commence, let's say it's in the, if you remember the animated series, The Watchtower had that look. Let's say it's taking place in like the big control room, so they got room to fly around and things. So Wonder Woman comes in, crashes in there, slices through some things. Rogue is now trying to backpedal up. It's like, I don't want to have to fight you. I don't want to have to hurt you. And then, Wonder Woman comes and kicks her straight in the face. Rogue didn't see the kick coming until it was too late, and just boom, goes down. She gets back. It's like, okay, all right, sugar, fine. And then the fight actually goes. Now she tries to throw a punch. Wonder Woman basically grabs it and then just starts to basically in the straight hand-to-hand fighting scenario. Wonder Woman is dominating Rogue. Rogue is able to maybe get a hit in every now and then, because she is strong enough to at least compete with Wonder Woman on some level. You should go puppy. She's also snuggled up on the couch. You're adorable. So she grabs it, but then Wonder Woman grabs her, and they're just she's forcing Rogue back, but Rogue then all of a sudden moves her arms, and then because she's still in the air, kicks Wonder Woman straight in the chin. Wonder Woman's like, and she's reeling a bit from that, because Rogue is definitely not Wonder Woman's tier in terms of, see, Wonder Woman would, if we're going by the tier system, with tier 1 being the strongest, and I put, or tier 10 being the strongest, and Rogue is like at the tier 7, Wonder Woman's 8 or 9. Wonder Woman is that level of strength. But she's not, or at least like an 8.5 or something like that. She's not quite there. So Wonder Woman goes back. Rogue comes in. She starts wailing on Wonder Woman for a while. Wonder Woman comes back again with the sword. Rogue tries to catch it because she's got the durability, but she catches it, but her hands cut deeply. Like, what the heck? And then she's able to kick Wonder Woman out of the way, who blocks with the shield. And she realizes that sword is like, she can't be touched by that sword. No way could she be touched by that sword. So she tries to get out of there. Wonder Woman then flings out with a lasso, and then, grabs her, flings her down on the ground, and tries to ask her, who's some equipment, there's like dust and debris, tries to basically ask her to tell her, it's like, who are you, what are you doing here? But Rogue's already got the lasso off, throws the lasso around, flies in real quick, wraps the lasso around Wonder Woman, who's now like, ah! It's like the real question is, who you, sugar? It's like, I am Diana Prince, Princess of Themyscira. And then she's able to just force her way out of there, and now she's pissed. So now she just, boom, just shatters, shockwaves through that. All the electronics are basically now shot. Now not the reserve, backup systems kick in. Well, Rogue's just like, all right, fine. It's like, I see, I got no choice but to go this route. And then, she's still bleeding, and she takes her gloves off, and then, then the fight breaks down. They connect, and skin-to-skin contact connects, and Rogue's starts to on some of Diana's strength. Granted, it's not a lot of time, like, they clash, boom, and Rogue gets forced back, but enough time goes there that she absorbs a bit of her strength. Not a lot, but enough that Diana's weakened, and Rogue is a bit more enhanced, and her cut at least starts to heal up a little bit. So they go toe-to-toe again. Wonder Woman again, because at the moment she was using blades and the lasso and like her boots and stuff like that for kicks, so she hasn't actually hit Rogue hits. So she comes in again, catches her punch, punches her straight in the face again, but again, she gets some of her energy absorbed. And then she backs out. Wonder was suddenly feeling tired, a little bit more winded. Not super winded, but she's feeling the fatigue of the energy drain. And Rogue at this point now has a nice scar in her hand, but it's healed up. So she's ready to go again. Plus, she's got now the muscle memory and all that Diana. So now the fight's a lot more even. And Diana's quickly realizing, I can't let her touch me with her bare skin. So, I was able to kick her, but I can't touch her. So she's doing what she can, but, Rogue's now starting to actually get legitimate hits, and every hit she gets in, she's sucking away more energy. She can't get a firm hold on Diana, though, and Diana's able to kick her away again. But with Diana's strength added onto hers, those kicks aren't starting to do anything. Rogue comes in again, trying to grab her. She pulls out, she reaches for a shield, blocks it with the shield, and then releases her restraints she's got the moment. Power skyrockets. She pushes Rogue back. They go back and forth for a while, but again, that damn energy drain, it's still playing off her. And at this point, Rogue's now about to tower over her. Is towering over, throws her to the ground. And Diana's just now severely weakened. But she's got enough strength for one last trick. Rogue comes in again, then all of a sudden Diana just throws the sword and then right through her head or chest, a lethal hit, basically. Just and then Rogue just kind of falls to the ground, and then she just falls over, drops dead, and Diana just breathing heavy. And that's how it ends. The reason I give Wonder Woman or the edge over Classic Rogue, the reason I give her the win, is due to the fact that while Rogue can last through the fight for a good while, start absorbing Diana's strength, skill, knowledge, all that, Diana is just overall has enough strength to last long enough to get a lethal hit in on her. And Diana also carries equipment and weapons on her, whereas Rogue does not. Particularly a sword that can cut through an atom. Yeah, Rogue does, even if she stole all of Wonder Woman's power, that doesn't save her from that blade. She's got a shield, which she can use to fend off her for a while. She has the lasso, which she can use as her own weapon for a little bit. So she has enough skill, actual strength and durability and endurance, and weaponry and skills overall to be able to outlast Rogue and eventually get the lethal hit in. So, yeah, I will go Wonder Woman on that. Now, that's not to say Rogue can't win. Rogue could definitely win if she just holds on long enough and drains her dry. I'll just say that it's more likely that Wonder Woman takes the win. I'll go 75-25. I think that's a fair assessment. But what do you think? You think Wonder Woman wins all the time? You think Rogue wins all the time? You think it's closer or farther than I made it? Put in the comments below. Let me know. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. Do a review at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, what if, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you